Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua Bahashim Kadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity. The brother Yahshua back with another lesson. And this one is having to do with the death of the dollar and the ever increasing and closer famine. All right? Because one hand washes the other. And what they're trying to do is get that thing in your hand, in your right hand or in your forehead, all right? So, with that, this is Acts 11 and start at 27. And in these days came prophets from Jerusalem to Antioch, and there stood up one of them named Agabus, and signified by the Spirit that there should be a great dearth throughout all the world, okay? Which came to pass in the days of Claudius Caesar, all right? Now, that's going to happen again here. Let's look at this and see what this says. One of them, named Agabus, stood up and through the Spirit predicted that a severe famine would spread over the entire Roman world. Well, this is the entire Roman world. This is Rome revisited, this beast. Okay? And is using this word famine, and predicted by the Spirit that a great famine was coming upon the entire Roman world. And signified by the Spirit that there should be great dearth throughout all the world. Okay? All right, let's watch this. This is the Epic Economist, April 26th, which is yesterday, I believe. And make sure real quick. Yeah, today the 27th. This is yesterday. Tens of millions of working poor Americans are deeply suffering due to rising living costs. So the cost of living is out of control because they done printed up a whole bunch of money that doesn't mean anything. They're throwing money out to everybody right. So the prices, hyperinflation and the Weimar Republic are in our face right now. So let's watch this.
Leaders and the mainstream media. Our leaders and the mainstream media keep insisting on the idea that the economy is experiencing some sort of recovery. But even though profits are mounting for the top 1% of the U.S. society, the American working poor are plunging even deeper into economic distress. Since the recession began, tens of millions of working Americans have been struggling to stay afloat despite still having a source of income.
And with this, what do they call it? The pipeline, heck, I did a lesson on it yesterday. The product chain, what do they call it? Where they ship stuff in, the food chain, the resupply chain, how you get stuff onto the shelves, okay, is coming. They're grinding that thing to a halt. Can't think of the word right now, but
to stay employed, many of them had to cope with declining wages,
supply chain,
and reduced working hours. As a result, they have been bringing increasingly less money to their households, but living costs haven't stopped climbing. That, for its part, is a direct consequence of the current monetary policies. As we have previously discussed, after the health outbreak burst, politicians and policymakers found the perfect excuse to engage in reckless borrowing and spending, and the effects of it can already be seen in soaring prices all over the economy.
hyperinflation.
Sadly, as several experts have warned, All of the stimulus money that seemed of great help during these tough times have ended up making life much tougher for those at the very bottom of the economic food chain.
There's your stimmies right there.
At this point, having a job doesn't mean you'll be able to afford to pay your bills and your debts. Economic conditions for most people across the country have greatly deteriorated over the past year, with more and more middle class Americans being pushed out of their comfortable lifestyles straight into poverty. A recent Fox News article tells the story of Greyhound bus driver Mavia Robinson. Her situation illustrates the challenges millions of working Americans are now facing. Robinson never filed for unemployment benefits during the health crisis, but as restrictions and shutdowns have been put into place, the nation's travel industry has been brought to a standstill. And as a consequence, Robinson's hours were cut, and her wage substantially dropped to as little as $65 for a 2-week period. Just like a big share of the population, she fell behind on rent. By January, she owed $4,920.38 in back rent.
And you can't come out of that. All right? You can't come out of Fort there. When you ain't making no money and you owe 4 G's, you can't come out of that. You're going to be on the street. And you're still going to owe. Okay? This thing is spiraling out of control.
Robinson tried to get help from the federal programs our politicians so often brag about. She emailed her landlord, Invitation Homes, to ask if they would accept funds from a program that gives landlords $4,000 in back rent. However, Invitation Homes responded to her email.
Salakia. So we see where this thing is going, all right? And it's happening under everybody's nose. They're going to put you out of the house.
Email saying the company was not participating in the program due to the landlord restrictions, with no further explanations of what that actually meant. The company even sent her links to information about payday lenders, food banks, the Coalition for the Homeless, and ways to make money by selling hair, plasma, and donor eggs. All of that to stress that she had to find a way to pay for her rent debt no matter what. Although several eviction moratoriums were enacted to protect those who have been suffering the most from the impacts of the economic downturn and to avert a potential eviction tsunami,
They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
well as a homelessness crisis, in many cases, those moratoriums don't truly prevent tenants from being evicted.
They shall put you out of their houses.
On January 13th, Invitation Homes sued to evict Robinson. Then she filed a handwritten declaration with the Orange County Civil Court proving that she qualified for relief under the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's national moratoriums on evictions. Unfortunately, that did not help Mavia's case. In February, an Orange County judge approved her eviction, and on March 9th, 2 sheriff deputies showed up at Robinson's doors, and she was tossed out of her home while they bolted the doors and changed the locks.
All right, good enough. So we see where this is going. Let's try to keep it short. Let's get a couple of these precepts. It's Revelation 6 and 8. Revelation 6 and 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Okay? And we know who this is and what is going on right now. Okay? We see what is going on. All right, so we're looking at what is to come. All right. Let's see. Let's get Luke real quick. Luke 21 and 11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, okay, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. All of these things are happening right now. All right? But before all these things, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. Okay? We're watching all of this right now. Let's see. This is 16. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. All right? So it's going to be some houses being cast out of your houses. And we're talking about the very elect. That's some of that fiery trial that you're going to go through. And these lessons are for the hopeful elect. All right? Let's get some precepts for the hopeful elect, okay? Because the famines are going to be here, but guess what? Most High got you. This is the Book of Psalms. Psalm 33 and 19. Start at 18. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. All right, so that's the good news. All right. This is 37 here. This is Psalm 37 and 19. Start at 18. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time. Well, we're in the evil time. Eve, meaning time, ill, meaning bad. We're at the beginning of sorrows right now. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. Okay? That's the good news. Job. Job 5 and 20. Start at 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. See, that delivery is right in there too. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. In famine he shall redeem thee from death. Okay? that. All right, and 6 troubles. Let's get Isaiah. This is the famous one. Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Be gnashing of, wailing and gnashing of teeth in that day. All right. One more, and we'll go ahead and close it out. This is Proverbs. Proverbs 10:3. The Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he casteth away the substance of the wicked. Substance is food, sustenance. Okay? All right? So, hey, here we go. All right, Jacob's trouble is here. This is going to get worse every day. So, stay prayed up, stay faithed up, and stay prepared. All right. So, with that, I hope the elect were edified. And with that, we're going to say shalom.